Hey everybody, welcome back to Cruising with Questy. I had a day to myself, a very rare day to myself lately. It was about a week ago, and I decided to ride up to Mason, New Hampshire. Why ride to Mason, New Hampshire? It's only about, I don't know, I think it was only like 60 miles away, maybe 80, something like that. It wasn't very far. But I discovered that Mason, New Hampshire has this amazing little history and monuments to that history scattered through the town center. So I wanted to go check it out for myself. You should too. Let me show you why I went up there. There's three reasons. So come along with me. Let's gear up, let's saddle up, and let's go. Mason, New Hampshire is a small little town located just over the Massachusetts border. The census of 2020 says that the population was only about 1,450 people. The first monument is right in the center of town on the town green. It's dedicated in the honor of Captain Benjamin Mann. Now, he and some of the men from Mason went all the way into Boston to fight in the Battle of Bunker Hill. Now think about this, because by car, Boston is probably, I didn't look this up, it's probably like an hour and a half away. So in 1775, to get from Mason, New Hampshire to Boston, it wasn't just a 2-hour trip. This would have been a days-long trip. Pretty uncomfortable as well. So kudos to these men for making it into Boston. The second monument in Mason, New Hampshire gets even more amazing. It's a monument and a statue dedicated to a young enslaved African named Bode. Bode was suspected to have been only a teenager, but he was asked for many summers to drive livestock up to this spot in what is now Mason, New Hampshire. And he would stay there the whole summer with the herd by himself, protecting it from whatever was out there in the wilds. Here is a teenage boy by himself, out in the woods, living in nature, all by himself. Absolutely incredible. And here's a surprise marker for you. John Boynton, founder of Worcester Polytech Institute in Worcester, was born in Mason, New Hampshire on May 31st, 1791. Who knew? The third marker in Mason, New Hampshire belongs to Sam Wilson, who was actually born in the town of Arlington, Massachusetts, but as a boy he moved with his family to Mason. And then while living in Mason, at the very young age of 14, imagine this, Wilson joined the Continental Army on March 2nd, 1781. But that's not where his fame starts. It starts during the War of 1812, after he and his brother had moved to Troy, New York. Now, with the War of 1812 came an increased demand for a supply of meat. The firm of Ebenezer and Samuel Wilson secured a government contract to supply 2,000 barrels of pork and 3,000 barrels of beef for 1 year. Afterwards, Sam Wilson was appointed meat inspector for the Army. The majority of E&S Wilson's meat was shipped to a camp in New York where soldiers from Troy, New York were acquainted with Sam Wilson and are supposed to have given him the nickname Uncle Sam. And it made an association between Sam Wilson, or Uncle Sam, and the U.S. that was stamped on the barrels of meat. Over time, any Army property marked U.S. also became linked with Wilson's name and Uncle Sam. So Uncle Sam became a figure of speech to describe the United States. And also know that in 1961, the 87th Congress declared, quote, "Resolved by the Senate and the House of Representatives that the Congress salutes Uncle Sam Wilson of Troy, New York, as the progenitor of America's national symbol of Uncle Sam."